Some other resources, you can get personal financial advice through Cornerstone Wealth. I've got a podcast that you can ask questions of. There are webinar recordings, so we've done 5 this year. We have recordings of those. I'll put up a recording of this one as well at a later point in time. We've also got some resources that Andrew has available. So Andrew wrote a book about estate planning, so you can't take it with you. And you can call, I'm assuming you can call it to order that. You can go to the website.
Yep, you can order on the website, yep, that's right.
So very practical. Would you use it to prepare a will yourself, or is it more so, what's the basis of the book?
You'd use it pre a meeting with a lawyer, for example.
Okay.
So it sets out the process for preparing your estate plan, the things you need to think about, a bit of what we've spoken about tonight, really.
Yes.
Just the process for it, and gives you some sample clauses, for example, the types of things you might want to think about.
Yep.
But I certainly wouldn't want to suggest that you use that to draft your own will, because it's probably going to leave some holes.
Yes, certainly. and I've left a link there, and I'll try and provide links in a summary as well, where you can actually order it online. There is one other resource, which is by Ron Blue, which is a book called Splitting Hairs, and it talks about some of the principles of the process that you can go through in terms of, I guess, from a Christian background as well. I'm just wondering how I can get back to the, maybe if I go like that. I had the slide at the start of the session, but some of those principles here are, this is the process, and we've basically talked through this process here to a large degree, but some of the questions or decisions that you need to make are, why you're doing things, to whom you're going to transfer things, how much you're going to transfer, what's the timing, or when are you going to do it, what are you going to transfer, and then what are the techniques, and we've talked a fair bit about the techniques. One of the other things is communicating it as well. So it's a step that's often left off the whole process. This flowchart has really been based on or adapted from Ron Blue's book Splitting Hairs. Some of the key principles, we talked about it earlier, about the uniqueness principle and loving your children equally but treating them uniquely, so treating them differently. So a spouse, I think Ron's scenario was that he had one of his 5 children was married but ended up being a single parent, and so he is supporting her and giving a lot more to her than the other children. The whole principle of loving them equally but treating them uniquely. There's some other great principles there as well, and I think it relates to the topic of your book, Andrew. You can't take it with you, but you can send it on ahead.
Absolutely.
Another principle I've hit down here is, do you giving while you're living so you're knowing where it's going? It's a bit of an American sort of phrase, but just good to talk through those or think through those principles. Keep it simple, don't get caught up in the complexities. The stewardship principle, God owns it all. So if you want to know, I guess, a bit more about those sort of principles, Ron's book is quite good in that respect.